So vitamins, like what are vitamins in general? They are a group of like essential amines. Okay, essential amines, vital amines. Okay, so from there we get the name vitamin. So it is one of the organic group of it's a group of organic substances. Okay, like it has a carbon component to it. Organic. Okay, minerals are inorganic. Vitamins are organic. Okay, so it is present in minute amount in many of the natural food which you procure, fruits, vegetables, cereals, pulses, etc. So which are essential. It means that your body, some like there are 15 important vitamins. The book has stated there are 13, but actually there are around 15 important essential means which your body cannot synthesize properly. Some of it the body still can synthesize, like vitamin D and all, but most of them your body cannot synthesize. So it is completely, you are completely dependent on your diet to provide you these vitamins. Okay, so they are all basically what are vitamins? They are an organic compound, means they have carbon component to it. Okay, they are essential for your body because your body cannot produce on its own. Okay, so you have to get it from food. Currently, we have recognized around 15 vitamins, including, like, for example, if you just see your vitamin B complex and all the other vitamins, you'll find there are just around 13 vitamins. But nowadays, we are focusing more into vitamin like substances. There is an entire chapter for that in your nutrition and dietetics textbook. Vitamin like substances is another chapter. So, from there, you can see there are some correlation between how some of the vitamins they mimic the function of vitamin B. So they are not yet added into the vitamin B list, but they are considered as vitamin like substances. So taking those organic compounds also into account, we can say as of now we have around 15 recognized vitamins. Okay, next, what are minerals? Minerals are inorganic elements. Okay, they do not have the carbon component to it. They have an entirely different chemical structure which does not have carbon. Okay, so they are inorganic elements essential for your nutrition for human beings. There are 14 essential minerals for human being. For example, like your calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, iron, selenium, magnesium, etc, so on. So there are 14 essential minerals that the human body requires, and each of these minerals have their own specific function. In your nutrition science textbook, we will discuss about these minerals in detail. Yesterday, I guess we have discussed about for iron. Okay, so for some more vitamins, minerals are remaining for discussion. We'll come on to that in the coming up weeks. So you have two major groups of minerals. One is major minerals, and then we have trace minerals. Can you give some examples of major minerals which you require in your body? Major minerals which you require in a huge amount as compared to trace minerals. Any examples? Yes, calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, sodium. Yeah, and trace minerals which you require in extremely small amount. Yeah, iron, selenium, cobalt, zinc, copper. Okay, see, these are a few examples of trace minerals. So next, coming to DRVs. Okay, that is these are few reference values. Okay, dietary reference values. So like for example, we have this RTA, right? In every chapter we discuss about RTA, recommended daily allowance and everything. So they come from this DRVs. Okay, so let's say this graph. Okay, this graph shows the population of an entire country. Okay, this graph is the population of entire country. Okay, so if the country is about, like for example, this is the graph of Indian population. So when you see this peak here, okay, this high peak, this curve here, when the Indian government is able to uh, distribute this amount of nutrition, okay, food nutrition to its population, okay, it has the amenities of distributing this exact amount of nutrition, you can say you are successfully covering 50% of your population's nutritional requirement. Okay, but when you go to this area, when you get to the reference nutrient intake, okay, when you like when you mark this from this entire the starting point, lower reference intake, you mark it with any color up till this last segment, that is reference nutrient intake. When you cover all this area, you can say the government is successfully able to cover for 97% of its population. Okay, the we have at our disposal, we have enough supplies to cover for the nutritional requirements for 97% of your population. When you follow this particular number, if you follow reference nutrient intake, also called as RTA. Okay, also called as RTA. Recommended daily allowance is different for country to country. Okay, so in India, what the ICMR makes the RTA table on an annual basis. Okay, so reference nutrient intake is also known as RDA because it is the upper limit. You can see here, based on this graph, RDA becomes the upper limit, and this is the lower reference intake, that is the lower limit. Okay, so no person in the, like, very few people from the entire population, just 2.5 percentage of the entire population may require nutrients that is beyond the RTA requirement, based on their some disease condition, or if they're athletes or sports person. Only those people require nutrition which is beyond more than the RDA which the government recommends for its general population. Is that clear for all? Is this graph clear for all? How you can put RDA into this particular graph? Okay, so don't get confused between reference nutrient intake. Reference nutrient intake, you can substitute this particular word with RDA. Okay, you can understand it better. So if the government is only able to establish nutrition from this lower reference intake to only estimated average requirement, average means what? You are supplying food only to nourish 50% of your population. You are forgetting about the remaining 50%. Okay, so what the government has to do, the government cannot follow its food policies based on estimated average requirement. It has to dig deeper because it has to include as much as possible population as possible. So we have RTA, or reference nutrient intake, and naturally it is the upper limit. General population should not have food more than the RDA values. Okay, because RDA is all already it's an upper limit of nutrient what should be there on your daily, on a daily basis. Okay, so don't go beyond RTA if you are treating a general population. Remember, in the textbook it is given only 2.5% of the population requires nourishment which is beyond the general RTA values. So most probably this 2.5% people would be into athleisures. Okay, they may be sports persons, athletes, etc. So this is your dietary reference values. Okay, definition of each one of this is given in the textbook. Just read through it. No need to mug up anything. Okay. So next, coming to balanced diet. So this is a pie chart that takes a reference of balanced diet for any given country. Okay, not just for India, but for any given country. When you want to guide them on what how to make them understand the concept of balanced diet, you can show them this pie chart. Okay, if this is your plate, this is your entire plate, this is how you have to distribute the surface area of your plate. Okay, people will understand this. Okay, instead of bread you can use wheat or multigrain, chapatis, rotis. Okay, you can use that words for Indian cuisine, South Asian cuisine. Okay, like that. Fruits and vegetables, carbohydrate, a good source of carbohydrate, fruits and vegetables. Then meat, fish, eggs, beans for proteins. Okay, you can put your pulses here. Okay, for Indian cuisine you can put some pulses here. Then fatty, sugary food and dairy products. Okay, if you're dealing with a vegan, shift the dairy into substitutes of dairy products. That's it. So this is how you can represent a balanced diet. So yes, balanced diet can give you all the vitamins and minerals one requires. But when we speak about people who are into sports, who are athletes, who traveling from one point to another is a big part of their life. Okay, so catching up on a balanced diet during the travel hours or during the tough days and pre-competition days and all, catching up with a balanced diet may not be a great option. So there are high chances, because the so far whatever we have discussed, we have seen that we have seen a greater emphasis on carbohydrates and proteins and its effect on a sports person's performance. Okay, but when we run behind carbs and proteins all the times, we are missing up on a lot of vitamins and minerals. Okay, so this is the reason why athletes prefer supplemental or supplementation of these trace minerals, vitamins, etc. Okay, so because of their lifestyle, it is difficult to catch up with a balanced diet on a daily basis. Okay, they focus more on energy giving and muscle building elements of nutrition than the vitamin and the mineral part of it. So yes, for in such cases supplementation will help, but supplementation, all the researches which you will read in this particular textbook, you'll see that supplemental nutrition is not enhancing the performance in any way or matter. Okay, it's just doing its job of treating the deficiencies, if any, or not letting the body to go into deficiency. That's it. That's what the supplements are going to do. Okay, you can't market certain supplements to the sports personalities that this will enhance their performance. So far we have not yet reached a research which says so. Okay, there are, like, when it comes to supplementation, through supplementation, the world is divided into two segments. Some of the professionals are for supplementation, some are against it. Okay, so still a lot of biases are there, and a lot of studies are yet to come out on supplementation, but still whatever is available so far, whatever is evidence based so far, we'll discuss that. Okay, so yes, balanced diet ideally should give you all the vitamins and minerals, but because of the travel issues and the long hours of training and all, people and athletes can't get a hook on this that balanced diet on a daily basis. So for them, supplementations will help. So next, coming to how does your exercise increase your requirements for vitamins and minerals. Okay, obviously, along with the energy requirements which is amped up during your endurance training or long training hours, along with that, the requirements of vitamins and minerals will also increase. Minerals, especially the requirement of minerals will increase. Can anyone guess why is it so? Why obviously the there is a loss of minerals and which has to be replenished. Simple answer. Can anyone guess? Long hours of training, long hours of endurance exercise. What is the risk a person is facing here? No, it has nothing to do with energy or oxygen. It is more like the risk of dehydration. Okay, you sweat a lot. You sweat a lot, you lose a lot of body fluids. Okay, along with that, you lose a lot of minerals. When you sweat, it's not just water, you are losing a lot of minerals as well. So, yes, with increase in exercise, the requirement of your minerals is also increased. Okay, you have to follow up with that. Now, coming to vitamin, okay, when we talk about vitamin E, some studies, the olden studies have shown that the athletes who take vitamin E supplements, because vitamin is a very good antioxidant, right? So it can fight the free radicals. So in older studies, they have shown that athletes who were given vitamin E supplements for 2 months and all, they had a better performance as compared to the placebo group. Okay, to the group which was not put on these supplements. But the later studies have shown that the when there is a presence of vitamin E via supplementation, the body is adapting to that particular source of vitamin E. So the body is working in the same way how it will work in absence of vitamin E via supplementation. Okay, so there is no enhanced effect on oxidative stress or enhanced effect of killing the free radicals. That kind of effect one was hoping for. Okay, the researchers were hoping to say it, but it was not possible. Okay, so we can fairly say, if at all the athlete or the trainers, they know the sports person's diet is low in vitamin E, only in that case go and just give them the green signal to use vitamin E supplementation, but do not associate the vitamin supplementation just to enhance their performance. There is no such thing, no such evidence for vitamin E enhancing the performance. Okay, the body will learn, the athlete's body will learn to cope up with the oxidative stress in presence of vitamin E supplementation without impacting the performance. Okay. Next, coming to vitamin C, it is seen that ideal amount of vitamin C supplementation is enough. Do not go overboard with it. Do not overdose with yourself with vitamin C supplementation. It could be detrimental than give you more better effects. So be go slow with the vitamin E supplementation, because it is like, if you are living in an area where you can't access citrus fruits or any other vitamin C sources easily, like in the European nations and the cold countries and all. Okay, in that case, vitamin C supplements will help, but do not go overboard with it, because vitamin C is known to prevent muscle cell adaptation. So the muscles will not release energy during exercise when it is supposed to. Okay. More than 1000 mg is not required. Stay up to 1000 mg of vitamin C per day for sports people. Okay, 700 to 1000 mg is ideal, depending on how much you work out, etc. Okay, when you work out a lot, you spend around 3 to 4 hours in endurance training and all. Obviously, there is a lot of oxidative stress. Since vitamin C is a very good, very well known antioxidant, you can increase the doses of vitamin C from 800 mg and so on. Okay, just to tackle the oxidative stress, not for anything else. Okay, but if your workout regime is very mild, 1 hour, 2 hour a day, you can follow what a regular person would follow. Okay, a regular person who is active, okay, not sedentary but active, what they will follow, the amount of vitamin C. Check the RDA table, what ICMR has given. Follow that. That's it. Next, coming to vitamin D. Okay, so about vitamin D, when it is winter season, okay, when the sun rays are very mild and all, monsoons and winters, those are the ideal season to fall back on a vitamin D supplement. Okay, because especially when you are in a strength training or in a strength endurance kind of sports, in that case, you may require a good source of vitamin D to strengthen your muscles as well as your bones. Okay, you can't risk being deficient in vitamin D, especially when you are doing the strength and training exercises. So in the winter months and in the monsoon months in India, monsoons and as well as in winters, you can, along with the guidance of a physician, you can check on to vitamin D supplementation. But in summers and in other seasons, it's not required. Okay. Next, coming to vitamin B complexes. So again, vitamin B is involved in iron absorption, protein synthesis. Okay, you can't risk to like fall back or be deficient in vitamin B complexes. at any cost, because these were the all the vitamin B complexes are involved in any one or the other enzymatic reactions within your body, either to synthesize either to help absorbing iron or synthesize other forms of proteins. So if you fall deficient in vitamin B, it will give you other issues, other systemic issues. So only as long as you can correct it, go on supplementation. Once you have corrected it, follow a good diet. Okay, don't follow just supplementation for the entire life. Okay, correct your deficiency via supplementation and then leave it with the physician's guidance, and then your diet can easily give you vitamin B complexes. Okay, a regular balanced diet can easily give you vitamin B complexes. Then calcium, very important mineral. You can't risk on losing calcium, and especially for athletes. Okay, if you are deficient in vitamin D, think that you are also deficient in in calcium. So the balance should be there along with vitamin D, calcium. Okay, for strong bones, it has to be there, and the requirement of calcium will be much higher than the adults. For nowadays, the adults who require calcium is around 800 mg. Okay, 800 mg per day. The recent one, even in your textbook, it is the old edition, but they do not have the recent ones. But I guess nowadays it is around 800 to 1000 mg of calcium requirement for adults. So the calcium requirements for athletes will be much more than that, because the rate of demineralization of bones is higher. Okay, because of the strength training activities, the way how the bones are continuously in the form of new bone formation, etc. So demineralization process is also a bit higher as compared to regular adults. So you can't risk falling back on being deficient in calcium. Then iron, as for oxygen supply throughout the body. Okay, just by having protein rich food, it is not enough. Okay, you require iron to give oxygen to the muscles to help them release energy. If you're anemic, you will not even have the will to get up and go to the training or the gym. Okay, there will be a generalized irritability, fatigue. Okay, and other systemic issues will come up along with anemia. So you can't risk the deficiency of iron. So when we talk about the supplementation, when you're dependent on supplementation, there are a lot of risks which are involved with supplementation. Okay, obviously these are pharmaceutical supplies. So cross contamination with some prohibited substances, like substances which are known to enhance your performance. Okay, some steroids and all. So we do not know. Even the athletes may not know how to read the INCI list or the ingredient list of these pharmaceutical supplements. Okay, they may not have the intention to use any enhancing drugs, but the supplements which they're using, okay, just for the market value of it, or just to make it a well-known brand among the athletes, we do not know what kind of malpractices the pharmaceuticals may use. Okay, and they can contaminate these drugs with some steroids or performance enhancers, and these tests can be shown easily in your blood and urine work. Okay, and the athlete may get disqualified or banned from performing in the future. So you don't want to risk that. Then mislabeling, okay, that's an issue. It's a medical malpractice also. Okay, false health benefit claims, as I mentioned earlier. Vitamin supplements, so far we have not yet come across any research which says that vitamin supplements or mineral supplements can enhance your physical performance. Okay, but uh, clearly various brands, they do endorse their products by saying that you can perform better using this particular brand, and so. But so far there is no evidence that a mineral or a vitamin can do such thing. So obviously there's a market for false health benefits as well. Then inaccurate ingredient list, as I mentioned earlier, people do hide. Okay, they may have their own mixes in producing a specific supplement, and they may intentionally hide certain things from the general public. Okay, we can't blindly follow what is given on the label. Okay, inaccurate ingredient amounts, also the percentage of specific vitamins used or specific mixtures used in that supplementation, it could be inaccurate. And if the even the athlete, if they are allergic or sensitive to specific minerals, and it is not known yet, or it is not, they have not shown it on the ingredient list, that would be much more harmful for the performance. Then missing cautionary information for like pregnant athletes or women who are in the reproductive stage, etc. What kind of drugs are prohibited or should not be used? Okay, such cautionary information may be not mentioned. Okay, so these are the various risks which are involved with the present market of various vitamin and mineral supplements. So we have to keep these cons in mind. Next, coming to antioxidant. So, what is an antioxidant? These are substances that work in a different number of ways. Okay, one of the way, like how the vitamin C works. Okay, what vitamin C has this free electron on its outer shell. Okay, and the vitamin C is ready to give up its electron to stabilize a free radical. Free radicals are these jittery particles. Okay, which wants an electron from either your living cells or or from anyone else. Okay, any element can give them the free electron. This free radicals will calm down and then they can leave your body. Okay, but if you do not have antioxidants, okay, if you do not have enough antioxidants in your body, what these free radicals will do, free radicals are the product of your oxidative stress. Whatever function takes place in your body, it has a byproduct. Free radicals are the byproduct of these functions. Okay, so what the free radicals will do, it will go and attack your living cells to get this free electron. Okay, but if you have, for example, let's say vitamin C, you have a vitamin C rich food. Vitamin C is enough amount in your body. This vitamin C is readily able to give up um, um, its active electron, which is there on the outer shell, and that will calm down the free radical. Okay, and then there will be no harm caused on your living tissues and living cells. That's how antioxidants will sacrifice themselves to protect your body from oxidative stress. That's how the mechanism works. Okay, so your skin, one of the main example is like antioxidants. When we say nowadays, it is usually associated with a youthfulness, young looking skin, flawless skin, or a younger and energetic self. Okay, that's what we point out to when we talk about antioxidants. So it is constantly under attack from the free radicals, either from pollution or your own stress, physical stress, psychological stress. Okay, these also produce free radicals, and they damage the cells and they contribute to aging as well as other disorders. So these are the causative agents which lead to a lot of oxidative damage. One is your sunlight, pollution, stress, those who are smoking, lack of sleep, and use of specific chemicals that are toxins in your diet, toxins in your environment. Okay, illness. If at all you have any inflammatory illness or infectious illness going on, okay, bad diet. These are the most common. There are much more than this, but these are the most common. One can relate to a general population. Okay. So, will there be an increase in your oxidative stress when you're exercising? Is it true? What do you think? You can answer in the chat box. Is there an increase in your oxidative stress when you exercise or do any physical activity? Yes, it is. There will be, but like acute exercise means what? You are not exercising on a daily basis. Okay, for example, there are people who train themselves for like just 3 times a week. Okay, 2 times a week they go for some physical activity. Okay, these are the cases in which the body receives a lot of oxidative stress. But on a daily basis, if you have a regime, okay, doesn't matter if it's a Sunday, Saturday, or whatever day it is, on a daily basis you have a regime, okay, and based on that you spend at least 1 hour. You don't put an entire day of a week for training, no, but you put 1 hour from every day of your life into some sport activity, some even a small brisk walking activities, jogging or something like that on a regular basis. If you update your body with an exercise, your oxidative stress will not be that much as compared to a person who is acutely exercising. Okay, so what happens in the second scenario, on a daily basis when you do an exercise or training on a daily basis, okay, automatically your mitochondria in your cells, okay, it will increase its biogenesis. Okay, in the sense it is ready to give out only few free radicals, okay, during its cellular activities. And your antioxidant capacity, the way how your body is able to latch onto antioxidants for a majority of time as much as possible, that capacity increases. Your insulin sensitivity increases, your muscle hypertrophy increases. Okay, so all these factors, what it will support that support to the fact that obviously there is an oxidative stress, but your body, even with less amount of antioxidants through your diet, your body is capable of handling this oxidative stress. This doesn't take place during acute exercise. Okay, acute exercise means people who just spend uh, who keep just 2 or 3 days a week for a very hardcore training or gymming exercise, etc. Okay, but people who on a daily basis go out even for a small brisk walk, but on a daily basis it's a part of their daily routine. Okay, they have a better accommodation for oxidative stress as compared to people who do acute exercise. Okay, so sources of antioxidants you will find on table 5.1. For practical purpose, this is important. Okay, like if you want to suggest a good source of antioxidants, you can suggest this page for any clients. Just go through that. Even in your own life, you can adapt these measures. So just go through this chapter once. If you have any doubt, please let me